Hello you guys and welcome back to Video Talk. I'm Willy and this is a special episode. This time I will not be unboxing films, but I will be presenting to you films that are donations to me. Yes, you heard it correctly. I'm doing in my Finnish channel Video Space. I'm doing these unboxing shows and people, they actually send me boxes full of films that me and my pal Apassi can unbox. If you wanna see that live show where all these came from, I put link in the description text of this video. And these are not even every film from that unboxing. These are the ones that I just picked up. So consider yourself introduced to the wonderful world of Video Space donations and let me know if you want me to do a video of any of these donation movies. Okay, but let's start here. Okay, the first film is something called Thor the Dark World. Okay, this is a Marvel movie. I have never seen Marvel movie. Okay, I have seen a couple of those crappy Marvel movies, but I really do hate this shit. Everybody knows that I hate Marvel. And this donation is for me to watch it and decide if this goes to the shit bucket program that I'm doing in my Video Space channel. I will also put a link to the shit bucket show if you want to see me suffer through the horrible films. And I hear this is particularly horrible, yeah, starring Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman, and I hear it's very bad, so looking forward to watching it. And some people tell me that this Marvel movie is actually a good movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy. Was it this film that was directed by this fucking small text man? James Gunn, yes. James Gunn's original Guardians of the Galaxy. I have never seen it. To me, this trailer looks fucking annoying, this fucking talking fox. But I hear it's actually cool, so I will give it a chance. And maybe I will become a Marvel super fan then. Okay, then. Next up is Pirates of the Caribbean. The Dead Man's Chest. I have actually seen it back in the day when this film was new. I think it was 2001 when it was premiered, starring Johnny Depp, and I remember actually liking this film, the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But let me see that what I liked it this time when I watch it again. I don't think I have ever watched this again after that cinema premiere. I don't think so. Maybe I just don't remember. But anyway, never mind that. I promised to make a video to Finnish channel about the Pirates of the Caribbean. Please do not ask me to do that same video in English. And okay, this is Pirates of the Caribbean, The World's End, At the World's End. I don't think I have seen it. I don't know which one of the parts is this. Is this number 4 or number 3? I don't know. But same adventures continue with Johnny Depp and also Chow Yun-fat is in this. God damn, Chow Yun-fat. Okay. Hey, I'm looking forward in seeing Chow Yun-fat. But this is the pirate action adventure movie that I have never seen. As is this Salazar's Revenge. Okay, if this is number 2, I have seen it, but if it isn't, then I have not seen it. So Javier Bardem is in it, so I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this, but Johnny Depp is still in it, and Jeffrey Rush. Okay, can't comment anymore because I have not seen it. But Vierellä Vesillä, Pirates of the Caribbean, Vierellä Vesillä, wasn't this the, okay, this is probably the second Pirates of the Caribbean, which I have seen. Okay, what does it say? Who is Penelope Cruz? Ian McShane. Can't remember too much about the second Pirates of the Caribbean, except that when I went to cinema with my pal Sam, we were watching it, we were both thinking, God damn, it's so hot in here. It was, I think, the hottest summer day, and for some reason they didn't have their air conditioning on. It was such a hot movie, and it was like 2.5 hours, pure hangover pain. So that was horrible. Okay, finally. Okay, Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe this is the second one. Okay, this will tell you that, okay, I'm not too familiar about these Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but like I said, I promised to make a video of these Pirates of Caribbean, and well, I will do the video in the Finnish channel, and let us see how bad are the latter ones, and does the first one still manage to entertain me? Okay, 10. Okay, going more of this mainstream puke chunk. Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. So this is a spin-off to Fast and the Furious series that actually I did on my Finnish channel. Fast and the Furious marathon, where I watched parts from 1 to, was it 6 or 7? Okay, but those kind viewers were kind enough to consider that, hey Willie, you have not seen the rest of the Fast and the Furious film, so I got a donation. The spin-off with Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson, and of course there's the Fast and the Furious 8, I have never seen, and Dwayne Johnson is in it, of course. Okay, yeah. I actually like the latter Fast and the Furious movies. I mean, these films are so incredibly weird, and not weird, but they are insane movies. So they're so over-the-top films that I actually like this. So hopefully this number 8 is as equally over the top. And then Fast and the Furious 9. Okay. And this film includes all these same people. Motherfucker, is this a recurring character? I thought she was dead in the part 6. This Michelle Rodriguez. Is it? Okay, whatever. Okay, and one more Fast Ecks. Fast Ecks. This is number 10. They actually made 10 of these movies, and okay, if you count Shaw and Dobbs as one, then you get 11. But I hear that they're making Fast and the Furious 11. And I hear this was actually one of the most expensive films ever made because it was produced during the COVID. And I hear these are getting worse and worse and worse. And this is another video I promised to do on my Finnish channel for sure. Okay, then next topic here. Okay. This is a Finnish television series, Tankki täyteen. How would you call it in English? Fill her up. Like put the gasoline in the car. Isn't there a fill her up movies in Great Britain? I don't know. But this was actually written and maybe even directed by the one they call Neil Hardwick. I think he was a British guy who moved to Finland in the late 70s and started to make television productions. And this is also starring great Finnish late star Tenho Sauren. Yeah, everybody remembers Tenho Sauren from this particular role, which isn't in Tankki täyteen, I think. But this was made in the year 1979 and I have actually never watched it. Because I am a little bit younger, so I wasn't old enough to watch this and I have missed the replays of this. So, okay, maybe it's gonna be great. I promised to make, no I didn't promise to make, but I decided to make a video for Video Space channel at least. Maybe that could be an interesting topic in Video Talk 2, but about this Neil Hardwick series, because they are such a legendary, and I was mentioning Tenho Sauren, but this maybe he's the most legendary series, Reinikainen. It's a name. It's a name of this cop, this kind of very street smart cop, doing his job in my hometown Tampere, and this I actually remember watching this back in the day when this was new. This was very big thing back in the day in Finland. Everybody was watching Reinikainen. So let's see how the times have been treating this series. And then moving on to the completely other topics. So this is Kevin Smith's Clerks X. So okay, 10th anniversary edition. What does it mean, Clerks X? I don't think there's 10 Clerks movies, but I think they had just called it X. Includes theatrical version and the first cut. Yeah, Kevin Smith's outrageous directorial debut. So this is the first Clerks movie, but it's like a director's cut of it, maybe. 3D special edition. I think I have seen sometime like a million years ago. I have seen this Clerks, and I remember that being black and white and kind of outrageous film. But I remember the Clerks was actually quite good. And then another Kevin Smith film called Chasing Amy. And this is a film I have never seen. This is starring Ben Affleck and Jason Lee and Dwight Ewell. The outrageously sex and frankly hilarious Chasing Amy is the hit comedy from Kevin Smith. Always remember to comment in the comments if you have anything to say about these films and if you want me to do a review to video talk about this. And remember, I have put in the video space that I put links there so you can check out the collection and whatnot and check out the site. Clerks II, I didn't even know that they made a sequel. And then something that I have never seen, Terry Gilliam picture, Tideland. Yeah. I don't know anything about these movies. Something about squirrels. And beautiful and terrifying. 5 stars. Okay. Now this is a Love and Anarchy DVD release. And they are known to putting out these kind of special weird films here in the Finnish video market. But I don't know. Maybe you have a comment about Tideland. But it's a Terry Gilliam. Well, Terry Gilliam might be a little bit hit or miss, but always an interesting director. And then some mainstream film called Michael Clayton, starring George Clooney. Now, this man really likes to be in these political thrillers, and I suspect that Michael Clayton is one of these type of thrillers. Yeah. Have not seen it, but I think George Clooney's, like these politically charged films, they might be very interesting and maybe even entertaining. So we'll watch Michael Clayton and comment that in the video space review when I have the time to watch it. I have a bunch of reviews in the video space if you want to check it out. I have seen this sometime and I decided to keep this to myself, because I'm pretty sure that this will absolutely qualify in my shit bucket show in Video Space channel. Yeah, I remember this being very, 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 very poor quality film. Ballistic, Ecks versus Severine. Severine. Yeah, who was the director of this piece of garbage? So small text that I cannot figure it out. But yeah, Anthony Banderas is starring in this crap fest and Lucy Liu. And I am actually looking forward in watching this again because I really remember that it was very poor film. Yeah. Okay, it says here for movies for 1987 specials, because I am also doing in the Video Space channel these kind of retrospective live shows where we visit like 40 years back, and 87 will be the year to be visited in the next year, and right now I'm doing 1986, but these are a couple of movies that are Finnish movies and are made in the year 1987. This I am actually looking forward in watching. I have never seen it, but this is one of these rare occasions that there's like a Finnish semi-action thriller from the 80s, year 1987, and it is called Jäähyväiset presidentille. You would translate it Farewell to the President. It is about this lone gunman who wants to shoot down the Finnish president in my hometown Tampere when he comes to visit. And actually one of these actors, the lady lead was also in our little video production in Juhlajätkät, one of the actors. That is also the reason I want to see Jäähyväiset presidentille. Tell me in the comments, have you ever even heard about Farewell to the President? I don't think most of people outside Finland have not. And then, yeah, Mika Kaurismäki, Aki Kaurismäki's brother, he made this film called Helsinki All Night Long. Maybe, I think I have seen it someday. It's like a thriller comedy about some taxi driver doing something. My memory is too vague, but yeah, next year I will watch this. Helsinki, Napoli, all night long. And then a war picture starring amazing cast. Charlton Heston, Henry Fonda, James Coburn, Robert Mitchum, Toshiro Mifune, Cliff Robertson and Glenn Ford and Robert Wagner. Holy shit. Holy shit, what a bunch of guys. And this is something called Midway. I am very excited to see it, but I'm quite afraid of this DVD. It was released by Finnish label Future Film, and they are known to be putting out this very crap quality DVDs. And yeah, this type of mammoth movie, you really would need to see it on Blu-ray or rather on 4K. I don't think there's a Midway 4K as of now. Maybe there isn't if this is a 20th Century Fox though, so... Oh no, it's a Universal Picture release. Hey, tell me in the comments, is there a 4K release of Midway? Maybe I would rather watch it on 4K because I don't trust these DVDs. But hey, the slipcover is quite nice. And hey, comment also the movie because that is one war movie that I have never seen. Okay, then, Matti Kassila movies, so Finnish movies. Mikko Niskanen, Kalle Päätalo, based on the novel by this Kalle Päätalo. Okay, so this includes 2 movies, and I think Nuoruuteni savotat. I think it is it is 1988 movie. I have not seen it. I can't comment it at all. But I think Elämän vonkamies. I think this is 1986. Yes, this is 1986 movie. Mikko Niskanen was a legendary Finnish director, and he made a couple of very interesting movies. But these Kalle Päätalo films, based on his books, I have never seen, and yeah, maybe I watched it. And duration is 2 hours and 40 minutes, so it's gonna take a lot of time watching this. And it has a great cast of Finnish actors and whatnot. But yeah, Mikko Niskanen, very interesting director. I highly recommend you 8 surmanluotia, the 8 bullets of death. Probably not the way it is translated. And by the way, I would say that Elämän vonkamies, the name of this other movie, how would you translate that into English then? Bigger man of life. I don't know. Doesn't sound too good. And Nuoruuteni savotat, I think you would translate it like the fields of my youth. Maybe. Savot. Yeah, fields of my youth. Okay. Okay, then a little bit more quality-based movies. I don't know anything about this, but it's starring Marvin Hagler and Terence Hill in a virtual weapon movie. Something about virtual reality, maybe. Starring Terence Hill. None other than Terence Hill. So, and I decided to keep this because this is this very crap label, very small label, CCV label, and they have put out some very craptastic B movies, so maybe Virtual Weapon is one of them. But when terror meets cyberspace, oh yeah, that is one genre that I really like, these kind of cyberspace movies from the mid-90s, because like virtual reality, that was the shit back then, and everybody wanted to like predict the future of cyber reality. And yeah, they made a lot of crap back then, yes. And then, Tuntematon sotilas, so Unknown Soldier, legendary Finnish war movie that has been filmatized. This Väinö Linna's book, it has been made into a film 3 times, and first was in the 50s and second one was in the 80s, and this last film was in the 2010, so 30 years apart. And yeah, hey, it was directed by Aku Louhimies, one of the most prolific directors of Finnish directors working at this time. And this new version, I have never seen it, but yeah, maybe I won't watch it from this DVD because this is the theatrical cut and it is a little under 3 hours, but maybe I need to go to the serious cut of the movie, which I think is a little close to 5 hours or something. I don't know exactly, but yeah, prolific war movie. I'm interested in watching this this third installment, but let's see what happens. Is it great? Is it great? And then Finnish comedy series, which have very high cult reputation in Finland, but I have never actually watched it. And this is something called Studio Julmahuvi. But hey, god damn it, it is missing one disc. It has only 3 discs, but the last disc is missing for some reason. Okay, maybe I need to check out where can I find the last disc, but that kind of lets me down if one disc is missing. Okay, then a Finnish movie again. Kuningas lähti Ranskaan. The king went to the France. Without the T. Okay, this was actually a film that I watched this morning because this is from year 1986, and I'm watching this 1986 for the live show that I was mentioning. But this movie was a black and white movie. This kind of like a, I don't know, very artsy movie about, very kind of like a jokey movie. Jokey and artsy movie and social commentary movie about this king who goes, there's some sort of like a ice age coming, so the Great Britain is freezing over and they are trying to invade France, and then there's all kinds of this political jargon in it, and it felt like a communist youth movie, and this was actually very hard watch. It was only 80 minutes, but yeah, I didn't like it too much. Too artsy, too jokey, and I didn't give a fuck. This kind of movie that you're finding it very difficult to follow. It's not because it's so complicated movie, but it's so uninteresting. And then another Finnish movie that I had previously not seen, and it was directed by maybe the most legendary film director ever came out of Finland, except for Reinikainen, Aki Kaurismäki, and this is something called Varjoja, paratiisissa, translating into Shadows in the Paradise. Okay, it's kind of like a tragic comedy movie about these young lovers. It was okay. Not the biggest fan of Aki Kaurismäki, no. And actually, I have not seen even too many of his films because they are always made this kind of similar style that I find it a little bit unlikable. But maybe the style can grow over me. I didn't hate the style in this movie, and it was actually, the actual actors here were actually pretty good, and it was, yes, there's something interesting about this, although I didn't find the story too interesting, but is it like the zeitgeist, or is it like the way it is told the story, or what is it? I don't know, but yeah, it was great to see Aki Kaurismäki film. And also a Finnish television series, and this I also watched. This is from 1985, but it was released not until 1986. Sisko ja sen veli, meaning sister and her brother. And this was another one of these, Neil Hardwick, the one I was talking to you about earlier, the British guy who came to Finland to make television series. And this was a 6-part series, a comedy series, kind of light tone comedy series about the sister and her brother. And together they go on about all sort of shenanigans. They live together in this like old house, and everything happens. All sorts of things happen. Also, I can say about this film that the zeitgeist was very nice. This was filmed in Tampere, in my hometown, so it was nice to see all these kind of familiar places. And how did they look in year 1985 when I was 6 years old? Yeah. Okay, 5 years old, because I'm a child of December, so great zeitgeist. Yeah, it was okay. It was kind of mildly entertaining. And then some more 86 films here. Films from year 1986. Cobra Verde. A film not from Finland, but a film from Klaus Kinski and Werner Herzog Factory. I think I have seen it someday, because our Finnish channel Yle Teema, there was like a 10 or 20 years ago, there was like this Herzog summer or something, and they showed all these Herzog films, and I watched some of these, and maybe Cobra Verde was one of these, but I can't remember. Yeah, it's kind of acquired taste to watch Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski films, but there's something interesting in these two that like captures something weird. Something weird film magic. And then Lumikuningatar, another Finnish movie I have never seen, and from year 1986, some sort of like a fantasy movie based on the books by H.D. Andersen. Fairy tales. Okay. Päivi Hersel, unforgettable fantasy movie. Yeah, okay. This is a funny thing that, okay, it's a fantasy movie from Finland from the 80s. I don't think I have ever even heard about this film. But maybe I'm a guy who doesn't necessarily follow like a fantasy movie for children. I don't know if this is for children, but we'll see about Lumikuningatar 10. Yeah. Okay, 10, a big one and very, very special thanks to Mikko. Okay, I will definitely put this under my like workbench to be. I will start working on this mofo. Twin Peaks, a DVD box set containing all Twin Peaks series, including the new series too, the third season. All 29 episodes of the original groundbreaking seasons, all 18 parts of the limited event series, The Return to Twin Peaks. You may think what you like about me, but I have never watched Twin Peaks. And I have thought many times that yeah, I will watch it. I mean, in my Finnish show, I will watch that shit. If I sometime I get to find it somewhere. But now, Mikko, thanks to Mikko, has sent me this big boy and bad boy. Yeah, I will watch this DVD set, and I will promise to do a video, at least in my Finnish channel, about the Twin Peaks phenomenon called Twin Peaks. Oh shit, yeah, baby. Oh shit, yeah, baby. And then, this was not a donation, I'm afraid, but this is something that I got from the post office today. Yeah, definitely this was not a donation from Finnish Customs, because, yeah, 88 Films sent me this, and I had to go through the hell to get this through the customs. Those motherfuckers wanted me to pay again the customs fee and the import fee. Although 88 Films they have charged me these charges already. So Finnish customs, but their system doesn't work for some reason to 88 Films. And this is always the same problem. Everybody, some other people have been also complaining about the same exact situation about the 88 Films. Yeah, for some reason their iOS code doesn't work for the Finnish customs systems. And every time the same thing happens. Okay, you need to declare this and you need to pay this because we cannot see this. So fuck those motherfuckers. You know what I did? I custom it for 1 cent price. So fuck you fucking custom motherfuckers. I will not pay twice what I have already fucking paid to you motherfuckers. If your system doesn't fucking work, it's not my fucking fault. So we can go to a fucking court on that motherfucker. But this is what I was ordering from 88 Films of Jackie Chan's Armor of God. Yes, let's see how does this 4K Ultra HD presentation look from this great Jackie Chan classic movie. At least the artwork, this is fantastic. This is freaking fantastic. What does it say? Armor of God Deluxe Edition. Yeah, and I paid for this. Doesn't say the price here. Yeah, but here same cover is on this side too. And then let's see what is inside of this thing. For sure, yes, this is the 4K Ultra HD presentation. Hong Kong version 98 minutes. And then Japanese version 98 minutes, also on Ultra HD. And then Hong Kong version, it's only on Blu-ray, 98 minutes. I mean, Hong Kong version again on Blu-ray. And this is the so basically it's a 4-disc set, and it's like a similar Blu-rays and 4Ks then. And I think there's also the shorter Western version, international cut. It is only 88 minutes. So yeah, I think the same versions were also on the previous 88 films Armor of God release. But this is a 4K Ultra HD, so that is the one that I wanted to see. And then I think also the previous version had the mini poster, but this is the new artwork. I think the previous version also included this artwork, but I think this is very nice, this new artwork. What do you think, guys? And then booklet. So let's see, does it have like a new writings on the films? How can they, invent new writings? Maybe it has different topics than the previous limited edition version. It doesn't look the same, because I remember the previous version had some essays about the video games, Jackie Chan video games, and this doesn't look anything like familiar, this booklet. So, okay, that's a lot of booklets about Jackie Chan's Armor of God. Well, is it the best Jackie Chan movie? In my opinion, not necessarily, but I think this is the most nostalgic Jackie Chan movie that, for me, yeah. This is not even the first Jackie Chan movie that I ever watched, but so for some reason this has stuck to my mind like in the most warmth that any other Jackie Chan movies. And don't get me wrong, there's others that have stuck into my mind, but maybe it is the music. High above high. That's so great tune. Oh my god. And also Alan Tham's the Midnight Rider show during the movie, and yeah, people getting shot through the eyeglasses with machine guns, and the fight scenes. These are awesome. But I will watch it tonight, because I wanna see some year 86 movies. Hopefully you have enjoyed my donation video, and special thanks to my donors if you're watching this English video. Holy shit, this is more than I can chew, man. This is gonna be a huge job to watch everything from this pile. Hit those comments and hit those likes and hit those subscriptions, and remember, go watch a movie, because I certainly will. High up on high. High up on high.